Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. So in today's video, I have got a wonderful handheld. It is not out yet. Powkiddy have been kind enough to send me to showcase it. It is a alpha build, so there is a new firmware they're sending me tomorrow, which should allow Google Play also. So that's a new feature that's going to be added, but I won't find out how it works and what the UI is going to be tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get on with the unboxing of the Powkiddy A20. Okay, so it's just a generic box, nothing special. Powkiddy A20. There is no difference really in the packaging and setup. So let's open it up and see what we're going to get. We have a nice polystyrene foam sponge to add some protection. Here we have it. Okay, very nice. Very, very, very. I love the stealth black, guys. I really love the stealth black. So here we have the unit itself. So on the side, you can see that we have a power switch, plus and minus. They're very clicky. We have our usual D-pad, which is also clicky. And the 6 facing buttons also clicky, but feel really, really nice. They've got a minimal amount of travel as well. Same with the start, select and home button. Feels really, really nice. At the bottom, you can see we have the TF card slot. We also have the charger cable port, and also we have a speaker. Only mono, but it's, well, yeah, mono, one single speaker, but it's still very, very loud if you wish it to be. The analog love, really, which is the switch analog stick. Very responsive, really, really like it. On the back is where things start to heat up. We have a left and right trigger, very clicky, really nice and responsive. We have a mini HDMI out, 3.5mm headphone jack, and a reset button. So let's power it on. Okay, so I may have to turn the brightness down, guys. I'll quickly go through the UI. Just so you know what you're going to get. But as I say, the new firmware comes tomorrow, and hopefully it will be different. Not hopefully in a bad way, but yeah, it's really nice. I played around with it yesterday, just learning how to add external ROMs to it if we had an ability to do so, and yes, we have. I'll quickly run through it. It's very easy, but as I say, it may be subject to change with the new firmware coming tomorrow. So this UI may be different. So I'm sure you can see the layout itself. It's your standard, which was the Retroid Pocket 2 type of style, you know, where they have naughty ROMs from the naughty store, and then also a listing, which is quite generic, especially among the Pandora range of handhelds or boards. So as you can see, we have all. If we move along, we have types. So once we go into types, we can then start to use the L and R button to swap between the systems. So we have PSP, Dreamcast, N64, PlayStation, Neo Geo, CPS1, CPS2, CPS3, Final Burn Alpha, MAME, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Mega Drive, Famicom, Super Famicom, PC Engine, WonderSwan Color, back to PSP. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to quickly go through what the UI is. So at the top, as you can see, if we go left, we go to all, and that's every single game. You can have plenty of options to set up favorites and even create a list of games for yourself, ones that you're prone to neither playing or would like to play. You can set up a list, which is pretty cool. Play, which is all the games that you have played. Also, you can use that as a category to go back to. search. So say for instance, if we want to search for Sonic, so we just type in Sonic. Very snappy and responsive. So we type in Sonic, and then on the left we see all the games and all the systems that is with the Sonic in the title, which is pretty cool, especially if you don't want to mess around and wait and searching through loads of menus and options. So let's go back to type. So let's start off with something simple. Let's kick things off with, this won't be an in-depth game session, guys. I will do long play videos of each emulator, like PSP, N64 and so forth. But as I say, tomorrow it may change because of the new updated firmware they're sending. Okay, so as you can see, you have your ROM and also your little screen on the right hand side, which has a lovely image of what game it is. When you put them into the SD card into the computer, you do have to have the ROMs and then the actual image as the same name as the ROMs in order for it to show. I've done it with a few of them, but not all of them, but it is a pain in the arse. But you can just drag and drop if they're the same names. Fortunately, I'm used to this, so I already had files set up where I could just do that, as you can see. But not all of them have been done. So let's kick off with some Final Bear Neo. Let's go with Final Bear Neo, and let's test out some absolute corkers. One of my favourites, but you're going to have no problem running FBA, MAME, CPS 1, 2 and 3. They all run incredibly well and look fantastic, and I've seen no slowdown whatsoever, guys, on anything so far. Really impressive. A bit loud, let me turn it down. So normally it slows down through the rain, but there's no slowdown in the sound or graphical department. So it's really nice. Yeah, not a problem with FBA. So if you want to save a game, you hold down the home button. It brings up a menu. If we scroll down and to save state, if we press A, and then if we come back out, if we exit the game, go back into the game, we can then hit the home button, go back to load state, and as you can see, we're literally back into the game where we were at the last position. Really good. This works across all platforms as well, guys. It really is super handy. I absolutely love it. One thing that you can't do, which I'm not too sure whether the new firmware will be able to do so, I did notice in the files itself it did say RetroArch, so I don't know whether it's using this RetroArch in the background, but there's no way of actually getting the RetroArch options up to change any resolution or graphical scales or anything like that, or resolution. So it's, yeah, a little bit of a bummer, but it's been all pre-configured, so that's not too bad. And everything I've tested so far, guys, has just run absolutely incredible. So that's how you save. And we simply just exit out to the menu. Very, very plug and play, very easy to use. fantastic setup. I just hope they don't change it too much tomorrow with the new firmware, but they did say that they'll be able to add Google to it, so it's another plus. Okay, let's quickly just jump on to Game Boy. Works fine. Game Boy Advance, it's great, but because it's not a 3:2 aspect ratio, it does seem a little bit squashed. Like everything just seems to be a little bit taller, but still playable nonetheless. We have Game Boy Color, works fantastic. Mega Drive works absolutely great. Just give you an example. Yeah, plug and play, guys. You can't get any better than this. It is a IPS display, and as you can see, I don't know if it's incredibly crisp, really sharp, but it's not OCA laminated. That's the only problem. But when looking head on, you cannot tell. It looks really cool. And the 3:4 aspect ratio, the colours are fantastic. The brightness levels are great. It can go really bright. I've purposely put the brightness right down just so it doesn't wash out on the screen. So as you can see, works perfectly fine. Same again, you just go to save state and then load state next time that you load into the game. Very easy and straightforward. So let's jump into something that you really want to see, the nitty gritty, the absolute essentials, which is PSP, N64 and Dreamcast. I'll just show a couple, guys, but I don't want to get you too excited. I'll wait to the long play videos to show you just what this can do. So let's really test things off with God of War Chains of Olympus. As I say, there's no way of getting into the PPS-SPP settings. So it's really quite sad because I know they're using a higher resolution, like really high, and it would have been nice to have that option just to take the resolution down, maybe to 2x resolution. I think it's stuck on 3 by just the clarity of the image itself. But still, it runs, it plays.
Suffering for years, Kratos, the once great general, now known as the ghost of Sparta.
Okay, let's exit out of there and let's check out a few more. Let's do one of my favourite racing games on the PSP, which is Ridge Racer 2.
Today's race is taking place here at Seaside Route 765. Is your machine ready to go? The race is about to begin. Three, two, one, go! Great start. Now go for the lead. 3 laps to go. Just a little bit more. Good luck.
Try one more, Ratchet and Clank. But I'm sure that will give you a overview of just how well PSP is actually running on the Powkiddy A20. If you want to see more videos on this, guys, I will be doing a few more videos with long play videos of each breakdown of emulation. So it'll be like PSP and then I'll do maybe 20 games. If you want to know what games run well, let me know in the comments, guys, what games you'd like to see tested for PSP. Likewise for N64 and Dreamcast. I hope it comes across just how well the screen actually does look. Really, really, really crisp.
Much better. The sun is murder today.
Press the L button and R button at the same time to crouch. Press the X button while crouching to do a Heim to crouch. Press the X button while crouching to do a high jump.
Try and do better this way. Okay, let's move on because time is a ticking. Not much time to show you everything, sadly, but let's go to exit game. Let's move it over to some Dreamcast and let's go with some Dead or Alive. Look how sharp that image is. I know it's hard to tell, but it's really crisp.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
行きますかな。
何も邪魔はさせない。
Get ready, Get ready,
Bit of the old low battery going on there. Yeah, it's running really well, guys. Okay, let's go on to another game. Let's do a classic. Let's go with Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. The American Midwest. Perfect. Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. Troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
So as you can see, you have no problem with playing that. So yeah, absolutely incredible. Okay, so let's move on to some N64, and let's start off with something that I know everybody will ask and want to know. Bad Squirrel. I think that I did do a save point, so I don't have to wait through the slow start. Let's go to load state. There we go, which is pretty cool. And can it run Conker's Bad Fur Day? Yes, with ease. I'm just terrible at it, unfortunately. Oh. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Paper Mario. I know this normally runs really, really slow, and also I think this is Chinese as well, guys. I'll have to upload a English ROM. Yeah, but the screen is really sharp, really nice. Overall, I'm really impressed, and I can't wait to get the new firmware tomorrow to see what actual improvements are going to be made. But normally this game is quite buggy. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Powkiddy A20. Will this be something that you'll be picking up? I think it's absolutely incredible and an absolute bargain. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I think for a plug and play device, as I say, you can install your external ROMs to the device as well. I did get told that I was getting a new firmware tomorrow, so everything could be up in the air and everything may change. Who knows? But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts, guys. If there's anything else that you want to see running on it, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments. If you want to see more on the A20, then please consider subscribing to the Sonic Love Emulation Club and also hitting the like button because it helps the channel out a lot. As always, guys, thanks very much for watching and take care.